What's up, everyone? You know who it is. Universal Fight League coming back at you. It's Billy Gibbons, your favorite cross-eyed white boy, coming back at you with another vlog. Anyway, today's video, I want to talk about a little bit what I said yesterday as far as this beef I'm trying to end, because it's stupid, it's immature, and it's getting neither one of us anywhere. And honestly, I've spent so much energy on it, I'm exhausted of the whole thing. And I'm just ready to be done with it. Listen, you want to make amends? Fine. You don't? Fine. But listen, I'm about to call this guy and put him on speakerphone because he asked me to call him. Okay? And I want you guys to listen to what it is I'm dealing with. I mean, the absolute foul things that come out of this man's mouth. It's unreal. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory for those of you who are new on the channel and just started watching me. First off, I want to say thank you. And I'm going to get into this whole story between me and Master Bill here. Okay. I came to him now, it was like 2 years ago. I mean, because I came to him and told him, hey, you know, how about me and you doing a YouTube channel and we can film like live fighting or something like that. That was after my first attempt on YouTube and failed, and then I learned that studying pays off. Well, he was like, yeah, it's a good idea. So what I did is, when I came up with the idea, then I spent like the next year studying how to be a YouTuber and, you know, right strategies to go with, just trying to make this channel a better all-around channel. Okay, and now it comes down to it where, you know, we get our fights filmed, but right before we filmed that fight, all of a sudden, one day his student Alex walks in and says to me, hey, let me get the password and email to that account. Well, no, I don't give out my email password. I mean, because literally the YouTube channel was set to my email that's connected to all my email accounts and everything I am. I'm not giving that information out. Well, next thing you know, Master Bill comes to me and says, hey, man, I want to do an upload. Can I have an email and password to the YouTube channel since we're partners? Okay, and I was like, no, I can't do that. If you want to do an upload, give me the footage, I'll upload it for you. But I'm not giving you that email and password, you know, because it's tied into everything I am. And then after that, you know, he got mad. Then I felt this resentment out of him. And, you know, I felt this resentment. And we had our first fight, you guys see, between Lee, Anthony, and then Shane and Adam. Okay, well, that went off. Two pretty good fights. I wish the second fight would have lasted longer, but hey, that's fighting. Well, after that happened, and them videos did quite well for a nothing channel. You know, then he was like, hey, man, yeah, you got to let me do uploads. And then he asked me for a week straight. And like the whole time, all week long, I'm feeling this attitude out of him. You know, like I don't know. I just felt a weird vibe. Well, anyway, every day he's trying to convince me to give him the email and password. And I'm like, absolutely not. Then we had our fights. Then the following week we were going to do a fight. Now, I had some fighters I wanted to go look at, and I had seen who had showed up to fight that day, and I was like, no, you guys aren't fighting on my channel. You know what I mean? Because I want real fights on my channel. You know what I mean? Especially since I was doing it at a dojo, I changed my standards a little bit, but then I've learned how to categorize what kind of fight I'm doing. But at that time, I just only wanted good fights. Okay, so I wasn't interested in even filming that day because I knew it wasn't nothing I was going to want to upload. And he was supposed to have some footage that he's uploaded on his channel. He was supposed to give me those two guys sparring. I think the videos on his channel's got something like 50 or 60 dislikes. Well, anyway, I was supposed to give me a flash drive. I was supposed to get that footage and some other footage. So he gives me this flash drive. I go home. Okay, then when I get home, apparently he's filming that night, but he don't have the camera equipment that I do. So he was using his phone. Well, apparently he was filming that night, and he tells me that night that, listen, you give me the email and password so I can do an upload, because we're supposed to be partners. If you can't do that, then this is over with, because I don't want to do it anymore, because if you can't trust me, there's no sense of being partners. So I'm going to need you to take a leap of faith, and we got to end this. So I says, okay. Whatever. I give him the email and password. That was that night, right? All of a sudden, I get a notification that somebody else was logging into my account. That's fine, but I didn't. I went to sleep. Next morning, I wake up. I go into my YouTube studio, my app, and I see that there's an upload being done. Look at the numbers, whatever. Okay, so then I go off there. I go to my YouTube channel, and it says I have to log in. I'm like, I ain't no sweat. Ding, 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 ding. Put my password in. No, your password's wrong. I know my password because, I have a well thought out password. Well, anyway, put it in again. Nope. So then, I was like, what the hell? So I go to my tablet, because at the time that's all I had, and I go to log in. I was logged out of everything, okay? He changed the password on now he says, in his defense, that when he logged in and he logged out, that it automatically changed the password. I've had a couple of people tell me that's the case. Now listen, if that was the case, maybe if I was wrong, I would have been like, okay, I'm wrong. But I want you guys to decide whether you think I'm wrong now. So now I go to log into my Facebook. My password was changed on my Facebook. I literally had to take a picture ID and send it into Facebook just to get back in. And I had to do the same thing with Google because I have a lot of Google accounts. So anyway, I'm logged out of my Facebook. So then I go to he changed the password on my Instagram. He changed the password on my Twitter, which I still have not got back into my Twitter account yet from this. Okay, my Instagram, my Twitter, and then like 12 of my email accounts because I have various different email accounts for various different things. Okay, and all the password have been changed on everything. So it's not like he said they're changing password. To do that, the way I got my email set up, he had to go to each and every account to individually change the password. And he missed one account, and that was my main email address. Now, if he'd have got that, I would have had a really hard time getting back in. But the fact is he didn't change on one of my main ones. So that I was able to get back into that channel and then get a hold of Google and get a hold of Facebook and fix all my social media problems except for Twitter. So now he's mad at me saying I falsely accused him. And then he starts going on these tirades of insults to where, like, he just calls me a child molester, I'm a this, I'm a that, blah, blah. Like, what the hell? Then he goes as far as, I'm leaving it alone, he goes as far as to go get my kids involved because you guys seen I obviously have problems with my baby's mom. So then he goes and gets them involved in the whole damn thing, and he's making accusations on me about my kids. He has no idea what he's talking about, and he says I'm the wrong one. But like I said, the whole thing's been stupid, and I'm sick of dealing with it. Whatever. I forgive you, Master Bill, and that's it. I want to be done with it, but I'm going to call this guy because I want you guys to decide who do you think's the wrong one in this decision. But I'm letting this whole thing go, and the only reason I'm bringing it back up is foreclosure because I haven't been talking about it, but he got my kids involved. He had a sore spot with me. So let's call this man here. Let's see, he's got so many phone numbers here. I think I gotta call this one, I believe. Yes. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? Hello?
Who's this? Is this Anthony?
No, this is Billy.
Oh, Billy Gibbons?
Billy Gibbons, that's the one. You know who it is.
Hang on just a minute, I gotta talk to him.
Time is it? I gotta go to work here. 1:10. Maybe I should put some music in or something. Probably ain't even going to take my call. Oh, well, let's see if he calls back. I'll spend a few minutes and see if he calls back. I'm not going to stay on hold forever with this guy. Anyway, this is me just trying to put an end to this whole damn mess, dude. Whatever. You don't want to be friends with me? Don't be friends with me. You do your thing. I will do mine. But then he tells me he's training my son. You know what I mean? And he's about to get his purple belt. And, you know what I mean? Not to talk smack, but I put in a simple, I showed you guys a video of one of his students that was trying to break a board with a simple sidekick. And that was a purple belt. So, I mean, I guess we'll see if he calls back or not, whatnot. But like I said, whatever, I forgive you. I mean, I'm actually glad, though, that he did it so early in the game. You know what I mean? Because what if he would have waited until it got monetized, or we actually turned it into a good company and then he tried something like that? You know what I mean? Then we would have had the courts, it would have been, but ain't nothing yet. This channel's nothing. I ain't made a dime off this channel. I am a broke-ass, cross-eyed white boy. Like I said, I ain't never went on here telling anybody that I'm rich, because there ain't no rich man here no more. But at one point in time, I can say I've reached $1 million one time in my life. And I'll tell you this story, seeing if he calls me back, from, I think, 1999 or 2000, all the way up till 2008. I was one of the biggest independent catalytic converter buyers in the state of Michigan. Nobody, and as far as knowing the grade, only core buyers know what I mean by that. That's a bot call. That's not him. That's a bot call. Wish them to leave me alone. But anyway, yeah, from about 2000 to 2008, we'll say, I was the biggest buyer, independent buyer of catalytic converters in Michigan. And how the catalytic converters worked is I had accounts set up with the Midases, Toughies, Waremasters, all the automotive garages. If you didn't own an automotive garage, I didn't deal with you. I wasn't that core buyer out there buying the catalytic converters off the guys pushing shopping carts. That wasn't me, because I was supporting them cutting them off cars. Well, anyway, I only dealt with legitimate companies, scrap yards. I would buy their converters. I'm the guy that, okay, when you walk into a scrap yard, the scrap yard tells you how much they're going to pay you. When I walk into a scrap yard, I tell them how much they're going to pay. Then I go buy all their catalytic converters. And at my peak, I was doing by myself, one guy in a truck in a garage, I was doing $100,000 a month in sales with a 55% return on the investment every single month minimum. Okay, that went on for years. Then, all of a sudden, I didn't have $1 million. I wanted to be a millionaire. I wanted to live in the big old house, and who wouldn't, right? So anyway, I found my freaking dream home, and I seen this home. I wanted it so bad. He wanted $500,000. I put $250 down, and he didn't want to do that at first. I told him, well, if I don't come back in 2 weeks with the other $250, keep the money, because I was making money like that. Well, anyway, here's what happened. I liquidated everything and bought the biggest load I'd ever bought. Okay, I had 5 semi-loads, not of catalytic converters, but of the cone and all the cotton material and wrapped around. Here he is. He called me back. What's up?
Sorry about that. I had a customer and I didn't want to lose him. No, if we could talk without screaming and yelling and acting like 15-year-old kids, we might be able to get some progress going.
Okay, well,
I see that you do have a concern.
Like I said, I don't know if you seen my video yesterday. I think the whole thing is stupid, and it's gotten neither one of us nowhere. I mean, it's not accomplished a damn thing, but me, spent time worrying about it. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm done with it. I'm over it. Yeah. Because, I mean, say what you want. I mean, I haven't had no fights on my channel or nothing, but I still got a good running channel, man. I do. I've done well with this channel. You know, and now, and here's my case, and you say that I don't have the IP addresses and all that. Okay, I know I have that in email addresses, but now I would have believed you if just my YouTube password had been changed. But it wasn't just my YouTube password. It was my Facebook password. It was my Instagram password. I still have not got back into my Twitter account. It was 13 of my email accounts. All the passwords were changed. That's the only reason that, I mean, because I have heard now of somebody else going into an account and then they resetting the password. Yep. I have heard that can happen. So now, if that would have been it, and that would have been the case, I would have absolutely believed you. But for every single one of my passwords to be changed, I mean, come on. That's my whole theory on the thing. And then you started going low blows, man. You brought my kids into it. You started making accusations towards me. I mean, how did you expect me to act with the shit you were saying?
And you didn't do that to me?
Yeah, I did it after. Yeah, but I didn't. I did that.
Saying bad things?
No, wait, I didn't do anything like that until after you started calling me a child molester and all that, saying I beat my kids. I want to get something straight up. Never beat my kids, and Tony is wrong, and now Tony is about to have a warrant for her arrest because I beat her in court because she was not allowed to keep my kids from me. And you keep going on there saying I beat my kids. I mean, and I do. Everything you said was a lie. I've never lied on you.
You know I only do that to aggravate you.
Right, and listen, all the videos I made of you, I had them on there. You see, they're all gone. I deleted all of them because I'm done with it.
Well, there's still some things, but I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
That's just my piece on it. I just wanted to.
Now let me talk a little bit. I let you talk.
Okay.
I seen your text message, and I was concerned yesterday that you might be on the right track. You might sincerely be wanting to bury the hatchet. So here's my thing. There is what's called an IP address for any device that goes on the web, and it can tell you, and then the company, where it's from, and where the device is, and who owns the device. You can't prove anything on me because I didn't do it. Okay? Now, my thing is, when I didn't do something, I'll fight the last breath in my body to defend myself. That's what I've been doing since this whole thing walked up. You never gave me the benefit of the doubt that something else could have happened, or you might have had some enemy somewhere else. And obviously you do with your ex-wife and the guy, whatever his name is, Tony, the Tony guy that is married to your ex-wife. And this is what concerns me, is that you never investigated it any further than Google told you, and they didn't say it was me. What they told you is probably that you got, this is how it can be done. It can be done like this, like that, and everything else. Here's the printouts we can give you. We can show you that. You just put me in there. In a 12-hour period, I was blamed for everything.
Okay, well, listen, if I dig through the email accounts, I do have the email accounts with the IP addresses used and what device was used, even what time you did it. And like I said, I would have agreed with you if it would have only happened to because I only gave you permission to go into the YouTube email account. Now, if it would have only been that email account, you're right. I would have had to give you the benefit of the doubt, saying, "Oh, they probably reset the password because another user logged in." I absolutely would have gave you the benefit. But see, the fact that it wasn't just my YouTube, I literally had to take a picture ID and send it into Facebook just to get back into my Facebook.
I understand that, Billy. What I'm trying to tell you is that They can show you the devices. They can do that. So compare those devices' IP numbers to every device I have. Okay. And you're going to find out that none of those IP addresses got anything to do with me. And that's why I'm fighting.
Okay, well, no, actually, you're kind of right there. Now, listen, because I tell the truth. Okay, the device that was used to actually log in to my YouTube channel, what you logged in from your phone or your laptop, one of the I can't remember what the email said, but that it does say that, yeah, all the other accounts that were logged into were logged in by another device. You are right on that. So, but now I've had one of your students that's been calling me anonymously to be on your behalf. He hasn't done it in a while, he or she, I don't know who it is. We only texted and said they were there that night, and that the only information I got from him, basically, yeah, that there was more than one person using my accounts, but he tried to say that you didn't change the password on my YouTube channel, and that was months ago. So I mean, I don't even know if I have that number in my text anymore. But anyway, I'm just ready to be done. I got to get off here pretty quick because I'm ready to be done with it. But here's what I'll do, because I got to go to work. So listen. Okay, listen, I'll continue this conversation tomorrow around a little bit earlier than this because I got to go to work.
Tomorrow, you're going to what?
Hold on. I'll give you a call tomorrow. I have to leave for work.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you a call.
Keep in mind that, I wouldn't fight if I'm guilty. I'd try to hide. You know what I mean? When somebody does something wrong, they try to hide. I never did try to hide one time.
All right, well.
The devices that I have are open door inspection. Anybody can come in and get my IP number anytime they want off of all of them. My laptop, my PC, my cell phone, and my camera. I got a
listen, at this point now,
you're going to find out they don't match.
Okay, listen, at this point now, it don't even matter. Like I said, I'm just ready to be done with it. So I'll give you a call tomorrow and we'll talk some more.
Okay.
All right, bye.
See you then.
Well, he wasn't such a dickhead. And now I think, what is it? Is he trying to be nice now because he wants to partner back up, or does he want to try to get over me again? Now all these thoughts run through my head, and you know what I mean? And true, I guess honor. The truth is, I did start this with him, and he was actually cool. He didn't act like an immature idiot that time, so I'll give it to him that time. I just don't know why. Now, why is he now he's willing to talk? You know what I mean? And it's because his channel failed and mine's successful. Because I speak from the heart, and it shows. Because I'm not the biggest channel out there, but I'm not the littlest either. And I have grown pretty fast, and it's all because of you guys. I'm sorry for the long vlog today, but it is what it is. This is my life, and you guys are singing it, and this is like my life's journal here, and my dream that you guys are trying to see me reach, because I have an end goal I'm trying to reach here, and that's to own a company as big as Bellator, UFC, called the UFL. And you guys are watching that journey, win, lose, either way, you guys are going to see how it unfolds. And this is the one thing I have in life to say: I was here. This was me, Bill Gibbons, and this is what I tried to accomplish in life. And these videos will last longer than me. So that's why you guys see so much, and like I said, I'm supposed to be guaranteed a fight this week. I'm going to be contacting both fighters tomorrow just to connect. I definitely have a location. It's going to be at the Powerhouse Gym in their boxing ring is where I'm going to film this fight at. So I'm really excited about the upcoming things, you know what I mean? And like I said, I have a lot of positive things in life. As long as in life as you try to stay positive and know that you're doing the right thing and you're an honest person, good things will come. They just seem like they won't at first when you're a piece of shit thief, I guess, or just a lowlife, you know what I mean? And you're living your life the wrong way, you know what I mean? And I got a lot of growing up to do. Still a big kid at heart. You can call me immature, call me what you want. I love to laugh and love to love and love to have fun. And I'm ADHD hyper to the fullest. So you want to know something about me, just ask, because I don't hide nothing. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. And as of right now, everybody, you guys have been watching my videos for longer, and that's what's going to get me monetized. Because all I need right now, I've got the views, I've got the subs, I just need the watch time. And I'm getting there because of you guys, man. 1,600 subscribers in 7 months, 8 months. I mean, that's not record numbers, but hey, I'm proud to be, that there's 1,700 people at least right now that are interested in my life and interested in my journey. So thank you to all of you. I love you all. Till the next vlog, I love you. Peace.